Hello, 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 and welcome back to Mondays with Matt from the new and improved Void. As you can see, same Void. Haven't really got anything in the background, but you can see I got my two little salt lamps. The salt lamps are up. I got another light going. Hi, Lee Metzger. Lee Metzler. Give me a 1. Let me know you're excited to be here for Mondays with Matt. And within the next couple weeks, I'll have the full thing going on back here. But I think I might, instead of doing a little art thing, I may do some shelves or something. Hi, Kim Sitala. So nice to see you, Sitala. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know you're excited to be here. I'm so delighted to have you. And I'm thinking shelves. Maybe doing like a bookshelfy type thing instead of like the little stuff. Would y'all like that? Because this is also going to be where I record my YouTube videos. So, I want to be able to sort of span all the things, right? And make it something cool. So, again, please let me know in the comments if your vote is for like bookshelves or art behind me. But I'm leaning towards art, or I'm leaning towards bookshelves just to kind of mix it up a little bit, right? And I'm so excited to have you all here for, good morning, Vicky. So nice to see you. And so for those of you that don't know me, for some crazy reason, my name is Matt Schaefer. I'm a transformational speaker and coach for women. I coach women around empowerment, connection, and relationship. And I am absolutely obsessed with the work that I do and the women that I serve. My amazing magnets, many of whom watch this show each and every week, give me a 2 if you are a magnet watching this show. I'm so excited to connect with y'all here and serve you every week, my amazing community. And this is my weekly show, Mondays with Matt. So this is my weekly live co-creative show that I have been doing each and every week for my community since January 2nd of 2017. That is right. I am about 4 years deep. Hi, Joanne Bateman. So nice to see you. And I want to congratulate all of my new magnets who are just completing their live course run of Mastery of Magnetism. Congratulations to all of my amazing self-study student coaching magnets here who have just completed that. And to all my VIP magnets, we have another couple weeks. I think we have at least another 3-4 office hour sessions left because I put things on pause with you during our move. So we're going to keep doing those. And everybody, by the way, everyone this week is going to get transitioned into the magnetic membership community, our new membership community, and you're going to get a full year's worth of access, all of our new magnets, in the MMC. So we're going to be posting links in the Facebook group. We're going to be sending y'all out an email. So look for that, and we'll be transitioning y'all over there for our first workshop is going to be this Friday, and you're going to have to check in over there to find out what it is. All right. So I'm so delighted to have you here. And this is Mondays with Matt. This is my weekly co-creative broadcast that I've been doing for almost 4 years, where I come to you once a week live, and we just have a dynamic conversation about whatever topic is alive for me in the moment. So this is completely unscripted, right? It's just a topic, it's a theme, it's a phrase that I truly believe in, that I want to share with you. And it's just me talking to you about what I'm experiencing on my journey. And it could be love, relationships, spirituality, emotional intelligence, leadership, all these beautiful topics that I'm learning about on my journey. I come to you once a week and we rap about it. Okay, so it's just such an honor to have y'all here with me on the show. And the theme of this week's show is one that I cannot, it's so important. It's something that I've wanted to talk about for a couple weeks, right? The theme of this week's show is make your own music. And hi, Latifa, so nice to see you, my dear. And the theme is make your own music. And this theme really felt relevant to me because I just came from a place called Austin City Limits. Okay, I just came from this incredible concert, this incredible performance, and something that I noticed over the course of my time at Austin City Limits made me think about this theme. And so, make your own music. Where that phrase came from was when I was young. I used to play saxophone. Right, I played saxophone. I've been a musician most of my life since I was 12 years old. I fell in love with the alto saxophone. Okay, and that was my instrument all growing up throughout my childhood, through high school and into college, right up until I hurt my ears. Hi, Timenia Akil. So nice to see you, my dear. And while I was playing the saxophone, my aunt got me a present, right? She got me a present, and she got it in New Orleans, and it was like a wooden painted saxophone, like a wooden painted saxophone that I could hang up on my wall. It was beautiful. I think I still have it somewhere. And on the back of it, she had bought it from an artist on the street, right? And on the back of it, he had wrote, "Dear Matt, make your own music," and then signed his name. And I loved that, and I think that's such a great mantra for life, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, what is music? Music is energy. Music is vibration, right? And so, in a sense, right, if we think about it, all of our lives, the expression of our lives, all of it is a type of music, right? It's a divine music. And so the question is, are you creating your own music, and are you truly owning it? Are you creating that music joyfully, right? Because there's something I noticed in, and I want you to think about that. If you think about your life as music, right? If you think about your life as a form of divine expression, which we've been talking about, right? All music is energy. All music is vibration. And exactly, Lee Metzler, life is vibration too. So what kind of song are you singing? Right? What sort of melody are you putting forth into the world? And are you expressing it in a joyful way? Because here's what I noticed at Austin City Limits. So I was at Austin City Limits with my dad a couple weeks ago, and we saw a huge variety of different musicians, right? From Billie Eilish and Phineas and Duran Duran and John Batiste, and all these different types of musicians. So Lisa's deep soulful. That's the type of music I like too, right? And that's the sort of joyful music that's going to connect and resonate with a lot of people. But what I saw two very stark contrasts with the performances that I saw, right? Either people were on stage. One type of performance that I saw was just people that got on stage, and this was so hard to watch, people that got on stage and just went through the motions of their music, okay? And they might have played their songs perfectly, right? But they knew that they were just there to go there, play their hits, and then get off stage. And that was the energy with which they played their music. Modest Mouse was the most clear example for this for me. I was very excited to see Modest Mouse, right? Modest Mouse got up there and they sang their songs. They sang Float On. They sang all their hits. And I was really excited because it's like the band of my college days, right? It was Modest Mouse. But there was no heart behind the way that they played their songs. They got up there. They did it. They hit all the notes. They played every melody perfectly. I mean, it was like I was listening to the CD. But guess what? Oh, wow, Christine. Lots of synchronicities with us. Christine was recording music, I guess, for the first time today in 2 years, which is really interesting. Of course, right? So, but what's so interesting, hi Jenny Achetan, so nice to see you, was that, so then Modest Mouse, so I was really excited. I was even excited to hear that song. But as I was hearing it, there was no authentic, artistic heart behind it. There was no commitment there was no connection with the audience. So even though it was their own song, it wasn't music coming from their soul. It wasn't music coming from their heart. And because of that, it didn't fucking land. Not with me, and not with a lot of people. It was like listening to a cover band. It was like listening to a CD it was like listening to the damn song on Spotify. And that's what they did. They got up there, they played their songs, and then they got off stage. And do you think is that the way that you want to live your life? Right? Because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are living their life the way that Modest Mouse played that song. They get on stage, they get into their whatever, they do all the things they think they're supposed to do, they do what's being asked of them, but they never have the courage to authentically show up. They never have the courage to allow their true light, their true heart out there. They never have the courage to actually dive in and connect with the people in front of them. And when that's the way you live your life, you live it out of a sense of obligation. You live it out of a sense of like, this is what I have to do, or this is what everybody wants me to do. Right? You might have a life that looks perfect from the outside. You might be perfect pitch. You might check all the boxes, but guess what? You're not going to land with the people the way that you could. You're not going to build the depth of a relationship that you could. It will, at the end of the day, it will be hollow. Does this make sense? You do not want to be Modest Mouse. You do not want to play your song just like because out of a sense of obligation. Lee says, my new guy sings. We're still new and fragile. He has heart. Oh, we're so happy for you, Lee. Let's give Lee some twos for that. I'm so happy for Lee building a new beautiful relationship. Anytime a member of our community starts to build new love, we are all here to celebrate you and celebrate that amazing process. But it's wonderful that your new guy has the courage to sing, because for men, right, singing can be, it's a hugely brave act. I know one of the biggest things that I started to do in my own transformational process was I started to sing. And it has become an incredibly joyful act for me. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, it was scary, right? So again, you know, the first point I want to make here is to don't just sing a song out of a sense of obligation. Do not make some music just because you think other people want to hear it, because you feel like you have to. Because when you operate from that space, when your heart is not into your song, when your heart is not into your life, is not into your expression, your vibration, your energy that you're putting forth in this world, guess what happens? It doesn't land with the people around you, even if you think it's going to make them happy, and it depletes the shit out of you, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Jenny Achetan? Jenny says, I've lived in obligation for years, and I'm finally seeing it's not enough. Not for the people around me, and certainly not for me. Amen, Jenny. Let's give Jenny a 1 for that. Because you don't owe anybody anything. You should not be singing your song. You should not be expressing your life for the sake of anyone other than yourself. Does this make sense? I hope this does. If this makes sense, please give me a 1, because for the love of God, I've seen too many people spend their entire lives singing for someone else rather than for themselves. Have you had anybody in your life where you've watched them do that? It's a tragedy to witness, right? Which is why I'm such a relentless stand for you to make your own music. And that is what this is all about. What's up, Mariana Badalera? So nice to see you, sweetie. Mariana, one of my sisters in transformation from back in the day. I love it. So what does it mean to make your own music, right? It means you get to, with heart and soul and joy and courage and freedom, you get to step out onto the stage of your life, and you get to own your energy. You get to own your expression. You get to have the courage to connect with and receive energy between you and the people in your life. And the perfect musical expression of this, right, was one of the final guys that I saw at Austin City Limits. Okay. This guy, have you ever heard of Jon Batiste? If you've watched The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, you've probably seen him. He's his piano player and singer. He's the band leader of the Late Show band. I thought that was his main thing. No, Jon Batiste is a bad ass. Jon Batiste is a spectacular musician, and I didn't know what to expect. I got up, we went to go see him. He was one of the last acts of the night, right? Last acts of the third day. Okay, and Jon Batiste, we go see him, and I had no idea what to expect when I saw him, because he only ever gets to play little tiny bits, right, on Colbert Show. And so we walk over to the stage, or we're watching him from the side, and he comes out in thigh-high metallic, like thigh-high silver, like Daisy Duke shorts, like a little cowboy vest, a cowboy hat. He's basically like half naked. He's got a synthesizer, piano, saxophone thing in his hand. He's got 3 soul singers behind him, a drummer, a guitar player. He's got like a trumpet and a trombone. He's got like a full band back there. And for a full hour, this man gave every cell of his body to his performance and gave every cell of his body and every little smidget of his energy to this audience. He was bouncing around. He was calling stuff out to the stage. He was inviting people to stand up, sit down, do this, clap, do that. I mean, and he actually said, everybody, we are a collective here. We are all here to come together to have a beautiful shared experience. Are you with me? I mean, this guy fucking owned it. And you could tell he was so joyfully present. And so he did such an incredible job of holding space in that moment, right? For the course of that hour, he created a profound experience for everyone in the audience. He elevated the energy of every single person, of the thousands of people that were watching him on that stage, many of whom probably had no idea who he was. He got on stage, and by the end of that show, everybody on that stage, everybody in the crowd was like completely blown away by this guy and by what he put out there on the stage, right? He is the definition of what I'm talking about when I say we get to make our own music. We get out onto the stage and joyfully, connectedly express the essence of who we are to the people around us so that we become unforgettable to them, right? And what does it take to do that, right? First off, the first step in being able to truly and powerfully make your own music is to know who you are and to know what your song is, right? It is to have clarity around the power and the beauty of who you are and of what you like to sing. You got to find your range. You know what I'm saying? So for me, in my own process as a singer, right? A big part of what I got to learn was, what's my range? If I try to sing up too high, it doesn't work. If I try to sing too low, it doesn't work. But if I'm in my range, it works really well. Because I have realized that I am a tenor. I am a Sinatra is in my range, okay? Like that's my sweet spot, right? I can't sing up high like Prince. And I can't sing down low like Barry White. Those I've tried. Trust me, it doesn't work. It's uncomfortable for me to do it, and it doesn't work for anybody who's listening. You know what I'm saying? And so like the first step is for you to know yourself. For you to be able to own your own music, you got to know what your music is. You got to know what your range is. You got to know, and you got to be passionate about what you're singing. What does it mean to be passionate about what you're singing? It means you got to be anchored in your why. What are you trying to express to the audience, and why does it matter? What are you trying to express in relationship, and why does it matter? And Jenny makes a great point. Sometimes we live outside of our purpose so long that we forget our range. Yeah, but here's the thing, Jenny. You may forget it here, but you never forget it in here. Your range, your essential fundamental truth, the truth of who you are, of what your range is, of what your song is, it's always just lying within you, waiting to be unlocked. I would go so far as to say I probably spent, 15, 20 years of my life, from my teens through turning 30, 31 years old, like constantly bending and contorting myself away from the truth of who I was. I spent a long time running away from myself, right? And hiding myself and suppressing and pulling away and just trying my best to be who I thought everybody else wanted me to be. And it wasn't until I started doing emotional intelligence work, Christine knows what I'm talking about. Give me a 1 if that's something that you can relate to in your own life, right? But as soon as teenage to 30, yeah, and then it was right around 30, 31, right, Christine? Where I finally was like, you know what? I'm done being who everybody else wants me to be. I'm done trying to pretzel around the needs and the wants and the preferences and the fucking biases and the judgments of everybody else. I can't keep running from myself. Yeah, and I'm ready to emerge from my cocoon, as Christine said. I'm ready to emerge from my cocoon and step into that true butterfly stage, baby. Spread my wings and soar, and it may hurt. And it may be terrifying, and I may crash every now and again, but I'm ready to do it. Adriana says, I'm running right now. Well, Adriana, question to you. What are you running from? And are you ready to stop? Jackie Perry says, I've only just realized that. Boom. Tina Pyle says, been there. Yes, own it. Own yourself. Make your music. Because here's the thing, no one can make your music for you. Nobody can sing your song, right? Even when I'm covering Frank Sinatra, I feel that I do it with my own unique energy, my own unique flair. When I speak, right? When I talk, right? A lot of the themes I talk about, a lot of other people talk about the same stuff. But guess what? Y'all resonate with my energy. My voice matters. You know? And a lot of people have this same conversation. When I went into coaching, I was like, what the hell can I bring to coaching? What the hell can I bring to speaking that Tony Robbins doesn't do 1,000 times better than me? Right? That all these other guys can't do 100 times better. Like, why would I even bother trying to express myself in this space when so many other people have already done it? And isn't that a common thing? Like, why would I bother trying to sing a song? Why would I bother trying to express myself when so many other people have sung similar songs to that? Have you all ever felt that way? But here's the thing. There are people out there in the world. There are lovers out there in the world. There are clients out there in the world that need your voice, that need your energy, that need your music. Does this make sense? And they don't hear Tony the same way. They don't hear, Tony Robbins the same way. They don't hear Tony Bennett the same way. They don't hear Frank Sinatra the same way. It's your energy. It's your vibration. It's your frequency that could give them exactly what they need. Does this make sense? And I had to realize that my light was worth shining, that my song mattered, that my music could make a difference. And not only that, but that it just brought me so much joy and fulfillment to sing it. So when I sing, just as much as I'm singing to y'all, I'm singing for myself. I get joy out of the process of doing it, and I also get joy out of seeing the difference it makes in the lives of other people. And it's the same way when I'm in relationship, right? Lee says, I write from living. My experience is my gift. Amen, my dear. And people need to hear about your experience, right? The people that are drawn to your energy are going to appreciate your energy. And so for all you ladies out there that resonate with my voice, that resonate with my energy, and that allow it to help elevate you and to help you in your own process, know that that is the most beautiful gift you could ever give me. Because if there's one thing that I like as a musician, it's to have an audience that cares, an audience that connects with me. And I guarantee you that as long as you connect with me, that I will have the courage to connect with you. Okay? And that's the commitment. And so I want you to ask yourself, the Matt challenge for this week is for you to ask yourself, in your life right now, are you making your own music? Are you singing a melody? Are you singing a melody that's a true expression of who you are? And what's the energy with which you are expressing it? If you are expressing it at a level that's authentic, right? I want you to ask yourself, singing it joyfully? Or are you just going through the motions of your song? Are you being a modest mouse? Are you just getting up on stage like, na na float on, na 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 na, like, yeah, you're hitting the right notes, but nobody gives a shit because you don't give a shit. And if you have gotten to the point with your life where you're just singing the same fucking melody that you've been singing for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years, or you're singing some song that someone else told you to play, like some guy you dated 20 years ago told you to sing Freebird or play Freebird, and you've just been playing Freebird for the last 20 years, even though that guy's been ancient history. You are not doing anyone any favors. And aren't you sick of playing the same song over and over? Wouldn't it be fun to play a song that you believe in? Wouldn't it be fun to actually connect with your audience? Wouldn't it be fun to actually have a co-creative experience with the people that are around you who, let me tell you, no matter what song you think people want to hear from you, let me be the first one to tell you that it's not about the song that you're singing. It's about all they want to see and feel and experience is the truth of who you are. Does this make sense? So like Lee says, the Tony Bennett Lady Gaga concert was incredible. Yeah, it was. And do you remember when Lady Gaga came out after wearing meat suits and doing all this like crazy shit on stage, a lot of which was her acting out against the establishment who was trying to force her to be a very certain way, by the way. After Lady Gaga had been forced into so many little boxes by the music community, by music producers and labels or whatever, she emerges from her cocoon, she emerges from hiding as a freaking jazz singer and records a duet album with Tony Bennett. And the sheer joy with which she did that, the sheer authentic joy that she got from connecting with Tony and from singing with him and doing live shows all over the country with him. Couldn't you tell that in that moment, she was truly, deeply and authentically making her own music? Couldn't you feel it? Could you feel the joy? Like if you've heard any of that, any of Lady Gaga's work with Tony Bennett, any of the jazz stuff that she sang, holy shit. I mean, it was just or when she sings La Vie en Rose, right? In A Star is Born. Can't you just feel her passion and her authentic commitment behind every note that she sang in that song? Because that is her truth. And that same impact that you felt receiving that energy from her, that's what the people around you will feel as you step into that same level of commitment, that same level of power, that same level of passion in your own life, in your own expression. As you step into that for yourself, guess what? Everyone around you will be absolutely blown away. They will be intoxicated. They will be activated. They will be elevated by you because they've been craving the truth of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Anybody who is repelled by that song, anybody who is repelled by the truth of your song, oh, you're not singing the song I wanted you to sing anymore. You're not singing Freebird for the 80,000th time. Anybody who gets that mentality with you, bye-bye, right? Anybody who would rather you sing a song for them than to make your own music, that motherfucker gets to go. Are you with me? Are you with me here? So it's a great filter. Because so by you singing your authentic song, by you making your own authentic music, you're going to elevate and inspire and deepen your connections with the people who want to know the truth of who you are. And for everybody else, for all the people out there that are actually wanting you to just dance for them, right? And sing their song, those people are going to get frustrated and they're going to leave. And you know what? What a fucking blessing that is. Am I right or am I right, right? We are not here to sing a song for anyone else other than ourselves. We are here to make our own music. We are here to be a perfect divine melody dancing through the universe. That is what we are here to be. And so much of the fear and the resistance in life is the resistance of letting other people's influence, letting all of our conditioning, letting all of the pressures coming from all sides distort that melody or bend us to play something else, right? And there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that are allowing themselves to be subjugated by the needs and the judgments and the preferences and the bullshit of other people. And at the end of and at a certain point, right? They haven't played their own music for so long that they forget what their own melody sounds like. And Jenny was talking about that, right? Jenny was talking about that. But just the fact that you become aware of it, Jenny, and any of the rest of you out there who may feel like that you've forgotten what your own music even sounds like, that's okay. The fact that you have awareness that you are not playing your own song and you create an intention and a commitment to rediscover your own melody, that's it right there. It's already happened. That's perfect. Because the danger is that you've been unconsciously playing someone else's song for so long and you never wake up to that. You never realize it. And you spend your entire life being drained and depleted, just entertaining other people by playing what they want. by playing their music rather than making your own. And that's a life I don't want for any of you. So give me a 1 if you are committed to evaluating if you are playing your own music in your life right now. Are you making your own music? And are you playing it with heart? Are you playing it with feeling? Or are you modest mousing it? Don't be modest mousing your life. I'm going to start using this, by the way, in our community. I'm going to be like, are you modest mousing your relationship right now? I'm going to use that as shorthand for half-assing it, for going through the motions. No more modest mousing. Christine's in. Tamenia's in. Elise is in. Diane Taylor's in. Ann Russell's in, of course. Boom. Ann Russell, our karaoke queen. Mary Truman Picard. Bonnie Benton. Yeah. Carmela says I had to put consequences in place. After several of my boundaries were crossed recently, it still felt uncomfortable. Again, yet I did it. Yeah, and lovingly establishing and enforcing boundaries is one wonderful way that we make our own music. Because when people try to cross our boundaries, when people try to force us to act in a way that they want, right? Then they're trying to push us outside of ourselves. They want us to play their song rather than our own. And it's not comfortable. And it may not be comfortable, especially in the beginning, to set and express and hold those boundaries. But at the end of the day, it's so freaking worth it. Am I right, Carmela? She had a breakthrough, baby. Boom. Nicole says, my friends always say I beat to my own drum. Amen, Nicole. And isn't it nice? Isn't it nice to go to dance to your own drum rather than to see everybody else dancing to some rhythm that isn't the truth of who they are? It really, really is. Christine says, heck no, I had to change that song today in the car. Of course, Christine even listened to that same song today. Lots of weird synchronicities today. I love that. Oh my gosh. Donna Noonan says, I'm here to fill my own cup within me so that I can then let it overflow to those who need my gifts. Exactly, Donna. That is a beautifully expressed sentiment. It really, really is. And we fill our own cup first, and then we allow our energy, we allow our love, we allow our song, we allow our truth to overflow and be spread out amongst all the people around us who love us, care about us, resonate with our song, resonate with our melody, resonate with our music. And that's how we all create beautiful music together. And that's what this community is all about. We're all just a big, beautiful, harmonious band playing together. And sometimes some of us might get a little out of tune, and then we all help each other come back into resonance with each other. What's up, Bree? So nice to see you, sweetie. Yeah, Bree's catching us right at the end here. But so that's it. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about your band. I want you to think about your family as a band. I want you to think about your this community, right, as a sort of orchestra, right? And just recognize that we're all here to help each other come into tune. And guess what? You cannot tell, a lot of times you can't tell that you're out of tune until you try to start playing with someone else. And then you hear the dissonance. Are y'all with me on this? I can take this metaphor all over the place. But part of what we get to do when we're in a relationship, right, is to play our melody, come up against someone else's song, and ask ourselves, am I in tune right now? Because other people will be a mirror. Another person's energy will be a mirror for us. It'll be a mirror for our energy. It'll be a mirror for us to evaluate, am I in tune or not? Or do I need to work on it? Do I need to tune things up a little bit? Lisa Lewis says, my nickname was Mouse when I was little. I'm a mouse no more. Boom! No modest mousing through life. I love it, Lisa Lewis. That's so fun. Did I freeze on my back? Give me a 1 if you can see me, y'all. Am I still mobile? So yeah. So there you go, y'all. So that's at the end of the day, right? Our job, our only job in life is to make our own music, right? Okay, Christine says we're good to go. Our only job in life is to identify what is our melody, right? What is our melody? What is the true expression of who we are romantically, professionally, personally, spiritually, in all areas of our life, right? Our only job is to identify our melody, identify our music, and then express it with passion, express it with courage, express it with conviction, express it with connection, and allow ourselves to come into harmony with like-minded energies, with aligned vibrations. Nothing sounds more beautiful than a band that's in perfect tune, playing perfect harmony. Am I right or am I right? So our only job is to identify that, is to be okay with being you, exactly. Unapologetically own that energy. Make your own music. Sing it beautifully into the world, and some people are going to like it, and some people aren't. And you know what? That's perfect. It's perfect. Be polarizing. Be unapologetically yourself, and allow those who are in harmony with your truth to come to you, right? And push, and it will repel those who are not in alignment with you. And thank God for that, because we have no time, and we have no bandwidth, and we have no energy for people that are not in alignment with our true music. Does this make sense? Are y'all with me? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What is it? What's the phrase? Ain't nobody got time for that. Do you remember that clip? Ain't nobody got time for that. We don't got time for that. We really don't. Right? We do not have time to be trying to come into tune with people who are not playing our fucking song. Okay? Find your band. Find your tribe. Make beautiful music with them. Joanne says, my song is Joanna. I love it. I think someone said their song is Don't Stop Believing. Oh, Don't Stop Believing is Carmela's. Carmela says, and Girl on Fire. That's a good one. Boom. Yeah. And if you want to get out there and play some music and play with owning your voice, Ann Russell and I would both obviously deeply recommend karaoke. Great opportunity for you to own your voice. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I cannot wait to do it here in Portland. It's high on my list of stuff to do. Donna Noonan says, I got up on stage Saturday night and danced freely with other ladies. My sister tried to discourage me. I danced and had a blast. Wow. And see, look at that. Your sister, isn't it interesting how your sister tried to just be like, no, don't dance. Don't dance with other people. Like, what harm is it doing her for you to dance? Why do you think that is? Why do you think she tried to stop you, Donna? Was she scared that the other ladies were going to hurt you? No. Mary's song is Seagulls by Bad Company. Jasmine says hers is Love Shack. Oh my gosh. Mary says hers is Even Flow. Even Flow. No one knows the lyrics to Pearl Jam songs. She's a Star by James. That's a good one. I meant Austin. Oh, did I say Portland? I'm not in Portland. I will never be back in Portland. FYI. I'm an Austinite, baby. Ooh, Sex and Candy. That's a good one. Okay, so to answer my own question, the reason that her sister tried to convince her to not go up there and dance, to not go up there and own her authentic, courageous, fun-loving self is when other people aren't making their music, when other people aren't owning their harmony, guess what? They're going to feel threatened by you doing it. And they're going to try to get you to put down your instrument. They're going to try to get you to join them on the sidelines. That's why we got to be very conscious and discerning about whose advice we allow into our head. This is why we get to be very discerning about who we allow to influence our thoughts and our decisions and our behavior. Because sometimes people who aren't living their best life are going to get triggered by any attempt by you to live your best life. Are you with me? You cannot allow someone else who's not making their music to stop you from making yours. This is super fucking important. And if someone repeatedly tells you, don't go dance, don't go sing, don't date, don't do this, there's so much bad people out there. You're going to get rejected. They're all going to laugh at you. Some people are going to judge you. Don't be stupid. Don't be dangerous. Don't be this. Don't do that. You see what I'm saying? That is toxic. They're trying to hold you back. They're trying to drag your energy down to their level because they are prisoners within their own lives, and they want to lock you in the cell with them. Christine says, one time I went to a club with my sister and she told me to stop dancing. That hurt so bad. So now I am so free to dance for my body to heal. There you go, Christine. And again, you can wish your sister the best, but you can do it from a distance. She has her own healing journey she gets to go on. She gets to figure out how to play her own song again. That is up to her. It is not your job to facilitate her process, and it sure as hell isn't your job to silence yourself for the sake of her ego, for the sake of her stuff. Are you with me? Christine says, I dance to activate my chakras. Yeah, sister. That's what I'm talking about. Leanne Cuppus says, I was two-stepping with my mom last night. Get it, Leanne? Out at doing the line dance, doing some country line dancing. I want to get out there and do that too. I got a nice cowboy hat. Maybe I'll wear it on Mondays with Matt one of these weeks. I just need to get some boots to go with it. I need to go back to Ann's boots and get me another Annie's boots. What's the boot? Allen boots on South Congress, and get me another pair, or get me a pair of boots to match my hat. So there you go, ladies. Lisa Lewis says, I did a little dance in front of my first period students this morning. Wow, Lisa, get it. So there you go, ladies. I hope that this landed with you. I hope that this resonated. I hope that the music that I have expressed to you harmonized within your brains. And it's going to inspire you to get out in the world, embrace the Matt Challenge, and get out there and play your music unapologetically, courageously, fearfully, or not fearfully, soulfully, right? Soulfully and courageously and passionately in the world. And to say that to anybody who resonates with you, come along with me. Let's jam, right? And to those who are like, I do not like that song, you can say, and that is your choice. And now, bye-bye. Because I'm having too much fucking fun doing this myself. I'm having too much fun playing my own song. And I am excited about moving here to Austin because I know there are so many people out there. I've got so many wonderful friends here who are beautifully in alignment with me, who whenever we're together, our energies and our energies harmonize so beautifully. And I know that there are so many people out there that are just waiting for me to connect with them, who I'm going to harmonize with as well. And my only job is to get out into the world, get out onto stage, and express myself. And just allow that melody to resonate out into Austin, out into the world, and to see what response I get. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you choose to do that this week and every week thereafter in your own life. Sending you ladies so much fun, sending you so much love. And I will see you next week on Mondays with Matt. And for all of our new magnets from MOM6, just know that you are going to be getting a link in the Facebook group here to get transitioned over into the magnetic membership community probably tomorrow morning. You'll also get an email to get you over there. And we'll be starting that next chapter of our journey this coming Friday with our first workshop on shadow work, okay? So lots of love to all of you, to Sophia Gurolette, Christine, Ann Russell, Carmela, Bonnie Benton, Murray Picard, Joanne Bateman, Jackie Perry, Donna Noonan, Leanne Cuppus, all of my amazing magnets who have hung out with me this week, sending y'all so much love, and I will see you next week on Mondays with Matt, okay? Lots of love, ladies. Bye-bye.